doing?
Hey, how's everybody doing?
Well, I'm surviving. I'll say that. I'm surviving and I'm thankful for it. Let me not say that. That's not cool. I'm just saying I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Doing well, doing well.
I'm
Doing well.
we can ready to do another episode, but I'll talk about my trauma and then
Oh Lord,
Talk about that,
trauma.
not the
my
trauma.
trauma in that episode. Well, I don't know what you guys been doing, but I have limited like social media and the news
Mm.
in
I
the
have as well.
news because I just got to get my brain back to the happy joy that I usually carry inside regardless of what's going on because it's so toxic and tainted since this election has rolled in and I just have to take a break from it. So that's why I kind of just, we'll talk about that in our that episode, but trauma is definitely real right now to the point where I try to avoid a lot of things that I think is going to trigger me. You know what I mean? So I wish I could jump from December to February. Except
Mm.
Keisha, your birthday in January. But that's how I feel because I really want to just like skip over it. Let's keep them moving. You know what I mean? Do what we got to do. But I don't want to see no pomp and circumstance, none of that stuff, the foolishness, the crazy. People wearing patriot outfits. If it goes anything like the last time, it's just gonna be a mess. But okay, but that was just my venting. This episode, y'all, I know you guys are pretty familiar since the election and the course of the election cycle that many companies show their true selves. I will say their true selves in the aspect of supporting I'll say the Trump campaign. They supported the Trump campaign, which is their ideology is not anything that I would ever support. So I wanted to have an episode just to talk about and not to bash, but to just be real about not giving support to companies who do not support us. And I say us as people of color, black people, anybody that got some melanin in their skin, do not support us. So I just want to start off just having a little conversation about it because I was deeply offended by some of these companies that I frequent often that I do not do now. Does it change my lifestyle? Yes, it changes it drastically, but I've always been in a model that there's nothing I can't give up. I don't know. Keisha knew me when I used to smoke cigarettes. It's nothing I can't give up. Nothing. You see what I'm saying? So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
It is a major, not inconvenience, but you
It
have
is.
to be deliberate.
Mm-hmm.
Walmart was one of those, right?
Yeah,
Bing. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, and that was really hard because not because everything's so great there, because I do prefer the other stores,
I
but it's
do.
so convenient. And
Yeah.
as the app is already on my phone, and I do the little click, 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 they got the
Mm-hmm.
card already, it's down the block. I know it, you know what I mean? So that was really hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna lie, that was really hard. I'm still not all the way there.
Yeah.
Well, they don't, that's the same as Sam's Club. And you guys
Well,
know I've been a huge Sam's Club supporter over the years. I used to actually work for Walmart years ago. I did insurance for them and was
Mm.
within their risk management department and everything. So I've always been a huge supporter. I knew even back then that the owners were, more conservative, especially coming from Arkansas or whatever.
mm-hmm.
And but yeah, I just kind of feel like if you spread it out because you're contributing to all campaigns, and what I've been looking at is like who are the companies that are big supporters of Project 2025, because there's a list that's out there. And I think that even more so than the support of the Trump campaign, I'm looking at who's supporting Project 2025,
Yeah.
because that really lets you know where we're at, what you think of me, and where you think that you're going to take
They're
the
actually
country.
they're actually one and the same. I mean, they're actually one and the same because when someone tries to justify their alignment with Donald Trump, I just call it bullshit. I'll call it what it is because you can't say that you even respect me when you look at the things that he wants to implement. it's clear as water, so when we talk about not supporting, like Sam's Club, Chauncey's right up the street from me, what I mean, getting gas and everything was very convenient there. No, we do not go there anymore. We go to BJ's and support them, and that's not in the
But
same
they
county I
support
live
them
in.
too. They
Well,
support him too. So that's
thank you
why
for
I
telling me, because
switched
they
to
won't
Costco.
go to
Yeah.
them either, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
because so I've been switching over to Costco. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's a big deal. And the convenience, because even my husband just said to me the other day, we're having to get together for the holidays, and
Mhm.
we need to grab this. And the second nature is to, okay, let's make our Sam's Club list or whatever. I don't go to Walmart as much as I used to, but Sam's Club for sure. And so, yeah, you have to tweak how you think. I've canceled my Amazon Prime membership. I don't
Oh,
have
that was
time for it.
oh,
Girl, like
oh.
crazy.
But now for me, as for Walmart, well, that was easy for me because I'm not a Walmart shopper, only because before I knew this is because I couldn't get out of the store. It's like 20 minutes and then you can't leave the store. You got to check
Okay.
out yourself, which drives me
Yeah, for
crazy.
sure.
I do not like to
Yeah.
take myself out. But however, it's very interesting that the same stores that really cater to the
The
everyday
community.
average person, not rich, but
Mhm.
will actually have these things and actually not respect or look at your demographic or look at the people and just vote the opposite of what they are. And we have to use our dollars elsewhere. I mean,
Yeah.
we just got to stop with trying to think about the convenience factor of it.
Yeah.
And just put money where people who respect you, respect your values, respect just people in general. We have to do that. So so I was looking at a list. So we have Ashley Furniture,
Oh,
we
I'm
have
glad I don't
Ace
go to them.
Hardware,
Wait a minute, you guys.
AutoZone, Baskin Robbins,
I don't need ice cream.
Dunkin' Donuts,
Oh no!
Now I like the iced coffee.
McDonald's.
I
Oh
don't,
yeah.
Oh,
I don't
no,
eat fast
let me
food.
I'm gonna have to change my diet. Hobby Lobby. I don't even go in there.
I don't go there.
Marshalls,
I don't go
Cinnabon,
there. I don't eat.
Con Air, the little Dole, little cute cups that you may give your kids, grandkids, the Dole.
Yeah.
So, and I just wrote down just a few of them, but there's many more. But we have to start looking at our Black-owned businesses
Absolutely.
and our small businesses
Yeah.
that and support them, really.
Oh, for sure. And I think what really makes it hard and harder to decipher who to support is that companies like a Walmart or like a Dunkin' Donuts advertise in our communities.
Right.
Walmart did a big push many years ago to bring in Black business owners and the products that they have to their stores, right? So it's almost like this huge, not even almost, but there's this huge juxtaposition of like, you're supporting us and advertising on our radio stations and all of that, but then at the same time support people who are completely against who and what we're about. And it's like,
Exactly.
what is this? You know what I mean? So
Money moves because all
Money moves, because guess what?
Yeah.
They already know. We have to keep it real. They already know people of color. We are the biggest consumer. You know what I mean? So the same thing, and I hate to put this out there because we have Chinese people setting up things all in our neighborhood and things like that, talking in different languages, talking disparaging things about people in there. Now, some people need to have stuff talked to them, but just say it in English because they need to be told. But I'm just saying, these type of things, we just have to keep it real, because if you don't respect me, then you can't respect my money that I work hard to get. So, I mean, will we be put at an inconvenience? I think we will, but we will do like we do in past history. We will
But
adjust.
see, that's how we make change, because
Yeah.
when you deal with economics and when
That's a
if
crippler.
you really organize and really get people organized to do this, it's just like the bus boycott.
Yeah.
Okay?
Mhm.
Back then, it was about economics. They said, hey,
Mhm.
we losing money here.
Mhm.
So if we
Right.
can do that, as a whole, as a country, get together and say, hey, we're not going to support this. Or it'll be some changes.
It'll be
Oh,
some
for
There'll
sure.
be some changes
Mhm.
about that dollar. And we
Right.
do spend a lot of money in those stores as, Black people. So,
And the demand that we have, even for Black owned businesses, or businesses owned by women and people of color. But
Mhm.
at the end of the day, it's supply and demand, right? Their prices are a little bit higher because they don't have as many customers. The more customers that they
Absolutely.
will eventually get, the price will be able to come down. But
Mhm.
you have to be able to stick to it and be able to make that. And I don't want to say it's easier for us to say because our families are of different ages or whatever, but I just think that where you make the difference. I clipped coupons when my kids were coming up. You know what I mean? I went through the circulars at the page in the newspaper, and watch how I spent my money. And I think that if that's something that we go back to, then we can do a bigger support as a community of those community businesses. And so I'm looking forward to talking to my kids about it, talking to my grandchildren about it, and just finding out who my friends are. You start with the people you know that have businesses, especially around the holiday time. Who makes the trinkets? Who makes the candles? Who makes the this? Who makes the, and then start giving those as gifts, and support our friends, and spread the news and the information about what they have to offer so that we can do that. And same thing with our bookstores and things of that nature. Sometimes you just have to do a little bit of research and find out where they are. So I look forward to putting a list together and maybe us being able to post it on our page so that we can support those businesses.
They got that app. Look, I'm not happy it happened, but I'm happy we get the opportunity to show up and show out.
Yeah.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
We needed something to slap us in the neck and say, really?
Because this has been going on. Like you said, you work for Walmart. Well, I'll be honest. I worked for Walmart for 3 days and I quit because I was like, just the environment. The environment was not cool at all. Like I just wanted to do this. And Celeste, you probably remember when I did work there, my kids was real little, so I was like, I think I was newly divorced, and I was like, I just want to do something for Christmas. Then I was like, yo, y'all will not be getting that for Christmas because mom did not work there. Okay. Like I had a whole full-time job and I was like, I was going to work a couple nights and I was like, this is already
Like
telling me.
people, they don't. The rumor has it they don't treat their people good.
Yeah, I worked there 3 days, and after day one, I knew that they did not treat people right. You know what I mean? And I was like, okay, now this is just the icing on the cake. Do we continue to feed the beast? Because that's what we're doing. We continue to make excuses why we have to shop at Walmart and these large chains and not support our local businesses like brown people businesses. Stop talking bad about brown people businesses because you just watch yourself stay in the Walmart line, the one line they have open for a damn near an
Yeah.
hour. You were good with that, but you go to your friend's shop and she's a little delayed. Instead of having a conversation with her about it, what you don't like, and see if she can do better. Not willing to cut her off at the knees, because we do this, cut off the person at the knees and then tell everybody else about it too, where they don't have the resources to even compete with a large giant. You know what I mean? But
Right.
we have more tolerance for that large giant that's taking our money and literally laughing in our face. So it's just, something that we can do. When we get the list together, definitely we need to post it. You know what I mean? We me and Chauncey live in the same area. Celeste and Keisha, y'all live in the same area, and if we know other states or other places, you know what I mean, or even our the people on the page, you know what I mean, ask them, you know what I mean, we need to ask them the question, What do you do? What do you sell? Because it's so amazing how people are running their little business, but you know what? They don't have the resources to advertise. They don't have the resources like these big businesses, and they have taken us for granted. Now you want to take things away from us, and now you want us to not be who we are. Because when I say who we are, if we can't be trained or we can't receive training, we can't, as employees, we can't receive resources to enhance our growth because you
No,
don't look
because
at
you are
us.
DEI higher.
Right. Then you don't need my 25 cents. Okay. I'll just take that over here.
I
And
just want to let you know that.
exactly. And I'll keep that. So I think this is a good episode, guys. So final thoughts.
But there is an app. I'm not advertising it because I don't own it or anything, but it's called Blap. And it looks
Blap?
like this. It's a fist.
Okay.
Wow.
You can download it and you can put in your zip code and it tells you all of the Black owned businesses in the area.
Well, we should promote that because
Yeah.
maybe Black
Yeah.
businesses don't even know that app
They need to get on
I didn't
here.
know
Get
that.
on there.
They need to get
And
on.
there's-
Spell it
And
black
there's
or
one,
black.
It's BLAPP.
Oh,
Black.
Black.
and the one for Black restaurants, regardless of what city you live in, is called Eat Okra.
Oh, that's cute though. I like that.
It's an app, and what you do is you go into that app, and wherever you're located, it will tell you what, minority-owned restaurants and stuff like that.
It's
So,
fun. Using the app and
Eat-
stuff is fun because you
All right, so my final thought would be, now when you go to these stores, just like you go into your big box stores,
Mhm.
you don't ask those people or tell those people, well, can't you cut the price? Their price is
Mhm.
their price.
That's
trying
right.
to undercut the small business owner by always
Agreed.
giving me a hookup.
Agree.
Or can I
Agreed.
get this for cheaper? You do
Yep.
not do that when you go to those other stores.
Mhm.
Do you know, I'm not going to, this is not my final thought, but I could tell you as owning a storefront business, that was my biggest heartache where people that I used to have my Keisha, remember I had my shop in my house, then I moved it to a store. These people were like, I want to keep the same price you had when you were at the house, but I didn't have overhead when I was at my house. You see what I'm saying? No understanding whatsoever. Instead of it was just I'm going to attack and I'm going to attack and I'm going to attack. You know what I mean? That was a trauma too, y'all. I had to get over that. But I'm just saying, these things like you said, Keisha, should not be asked. First and foremost, have understanding of the situation as a business owner that you're not a big box, and so things will be a little bit higher. Okay, it will be. Be honest with yourself, and you already know that. No need to go in there and try to break the business owner. Thank you, Keisha. That was great. Next.
That was it. I had mine.
Yeah. Listen, I just simply say, do your homework and don't have, this expectation that, this minority owned business you're going to go into is going to be, the mecca of anything and everything, right? So just like with anything that we've done, anything that we buy, anything that we purchase, some things you get a good batch, you get a bad batch, so just don't, knock them down because of one error or one mistake. Like Kim said earlier in the conversation, have a conversation with the person, have a conversation with the owner and let them know your dissatisfaction over what it is. And then don't make up stuff. Be true, be honest, and just be supportive.
Absolutely. Great episode, you guys. Great. So when we put this episode out, it's a must that we put a list and a call for others to recommend their businesses to. You know what I mean? Because we
Good
should
idea.
be up all type of things to give resources to this brown color people, businesses, and where you can go. You know what I mean? That should be something our local leaders should start to function and do in our communities and say, hey, this is available. You know what I mean? This is what we have available, and give everybody an opportunity. Just like with anything, if it's not good for you, you have to figure out a way to let it go. You know what I mean? You have to let it go. So I feel like this about these businesses. You have to figure out a way to let it go. And I'm not 100% there, but I can guarantee you I'm making a lot of progress.
Yeah.
A lot of progress. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm making and this is called being intentional.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, all right. So joining me tonight is
It's your girl Celeste, and I'm going to try to get rid of Amazon Prime.
Oh Lord.
Mrs. Chauncey,
Oh my God. Now that one's gonna hurt me.
That's the first one need
did
to
it.
go.
I
Really.
did it.
Yeah.
I did it, and I second nature. I'm still going back to go buy this, and then it tell me, "Oh, won't be available till December 31st." Okay, all right, shut up. I won't.
But then
I won't worry
isn't
about it.
that something where you be like, okay, well, maybe I don't really need that. I don't want to wait.
You don't. You
No.
don't.
Yep.
Look, I'm
No,
gonna be that
it's
friend.
been-
You sure Amazon? Now you.
No,
I'm gonna make that my last one. Keisha. When I get to 100%, it'll be the last thing I press.
Yeah, that's gonna be.
Y'all
And
funny.
this is your girl Chauncey. I'm looking forward to 2025 so that I can, try some things that are new and go outside the box.
Yeah. So I'm so excited for 2025 in the simple fact that we are going to change this atmosphere in this environment for the better of all people of color because we had the power in our dollar. So join us back on the porch next Wednesday when we drop a new episode. So have a wonderful week on purpose and we'll see you then. Take care.